I almost fell.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. I hope everyone's enjoying their summer so far. Sad to say, it's structure ready.
Nope, it's not.
Okay, it's over already.
It's not over till it's over. It's sunny day tomorrow.
Please let the record reflect that all board members, with the exception of Mr. Zabo, are present. Any announcements? Are there any members of the public wishing to speak on an agenda? Thank you. Can I have a motion for the approval of minutes of last month's meeting as contained in your packet? So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Personnel, Mrs. Burns.
Thank you, Mr. Geller. May I have a motion for the approval of the probationary appointment of Craig Gielorowski, Assistant Principal of the high school, yes, effective August 30th, 2017 to August 29th, 2021. So moved.
Second. Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Gielorowski, would you like to stand? Beautiful girl. Welcome, welcome to our family.
Congratulations and welcome.
Congratulations.
Very excited to be here. Thank you.
May I have a motion for the approval of the resignation of David Morgan, social worker, effective August 30th, 2017. So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the probationary appointment of Robin Cutler, social worker, effective August 30th, 2017 to August 29th, 2021. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
And I'm very pleased that Mrs. Cutler is able to join us full-time in this capacity now, so thank you. I have a motion for the appointment of Patricia Hinchman, Library Media Specialist, effective August 30th, 2017 to August 29th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Mrs. Hinchman is here this evening, and she will be functioning as our technology integration specialist, working with our staff and our students to integrate our Chromebooks into our curriculum and instruction. So we are thrilled to have her here. Thank you. Yes. We take her for granted. I have a motion for the approval of a childbearing leave for Christine Ryan, special education, effective August 30th, 2017.
So moved. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of a childbearing leave for Maureen Umstead Sanchez, special education, effective August 30th, 2017.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of a leave of absence pursuant to FEMLA for Lindsay Simonton, special education, effective September 5th through September 29th, 2017.
So moved. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of regular substitute John Guerrero, psychologist, effective August 30th, 2017 to June 30th, 2018.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. Guerrero, please. I have a motion for the approval of recall of excess teaching assistant Donna Cummings, effective August 30th, 2017. Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the termination of Jean Bird, senior clerk typist, effective June 29th, 2017.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the resignation of Gail Bonacca, cafeteria, effective August 3rd, 2017? Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the resignation of Georgiana Rotolo, cafeteria aide, effective August 1st, 2017? Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the probationary appointment of John Kirchhoff, custodial worker 1, effective August 21st, 2017? Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the probationary appointment of Tammy Ann Cosman, part-time food service worker, effective August 24th, 2017?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of substitute paraprofessional Gail Bonacca, effective September 5th, 2017?
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the alternative school instructors for the 2017-18 school year as listed in your backup?
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the auditorium technicians for the 2017-18 school year as listed in your backup?
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the concert hall managers for the 2017-18 school year as listed in your backup? Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of preferred substitute Crystal Fleischman, effective August 30th, 2017? Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the curriculum writers for the summer 2017 season in Advanced Computer Essentials, grade 6, grade 3, Java, and pre-calc H as listed in your backup?
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
May I have a motion for the approval of the middle school summer academy instructors for the 2017 summer season?
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion for the approval of Kelly Mason Seal, Region Review Instructor to summer 2017.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
And finally, may I have a motion for the approval of David Moglia, substitute teacher for summer school 2017.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
And I just need to back up a little bit on the agenda because I did reference Mrs. Cutler going from part-time to full-time, but we do need to abolish our part-time position. So be it resolved that on the recommendation of effective June 30th, 2017, a professional position in the West Islip Public School District be abolished in the social worker area, one part-time position, 0.6 FTE of classification. So
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
thank you. Now you have a job and a half.
Dr. Lou,
Good evening, everyone. We had a variety of summer programs this summer. They either helped with some remediation in literacy or math, or they had credit recovery, or Regents retaking of those exams. So our summer investigation program supported 72 elementary students ranging from entering first graders to entering fourth graders. They had a 4-week program, and they met Monday through Thursday, and it was a literacy-based program with some support in math in it as well, but they did thematic weeks like having fun in the sum, passing into the world, and they had weekly visitations from West Islip Public Library. And when you saw the last day of school and all these children, you know, running out, hugging their teachers, I mean, they really had a fantastic time. It was a 2-hour program. And I just kept on thinking, I hope all the high school students who are doing summer school right now have that same feeling when they leave. And today was their last day, and I know they were celebratory, but probably not the same feeling as those elementary students did. So we had 72 students enrolled in the summer academy. That was a 2-week program, Monday through Thursday, that just ended today. Again, just to help support and build up skills in literacy and math. We had 34 students in Regents Review classes. We had Regents Review in Earth Science, Living Environment, Chemistry, and Algebra 2, and we had 95 students enrolled to take the Regents exam. We had 35 West Islip students and 1 student from St. John the Baptist as a West Islip resident, for a total of 36 students enrolled in our summer school. We have several students taking multiple courses, and we finished with 27 students. 5 students withdrew, and 4 students were withdrawn for not meeting the attendance requirements. The district offered English 10, Global Studies, Algebra 1, Geometry, and Biology, and I'm pleased to announce that all students who were taking the courses for credit passed their courses. This summer has also been busy in writing curriculum for Science K-6, Intro to Science Research, IB Chemistry SL, Introduction to Sports, Java, Advanced Computer Essentials, Music K-12, ASL 4, and a revision of the Adelphi ASL course, and Calculus H. Unfortunately, also for this summer, we received frustrating and disappointing news regarding our AP Statistics, our AP Calculus BC, and our AP English Language and Composition exams. We have learned that UPS, the College Board's mechanism for the delivery of their advanced placement exams, has lost one of their boxes of exams. The district has been trying to find out what was the delay in scores, and we found out this week that, confirmed from College Board, that they have heard from UPS that the box has been lost. They have put in a claim for that. We have been working or trying to work with UPS. We have asked them, and they are in the investigation looking for the box of exams. But it's been very frustrating trying to get information, and we feel very badly for our students, and are really trying to put the pressure on the College Board and UPS and trying to make sure that this is a priority for them. So what we have done is we not only have UPS keep open that investigation, we have also mailed a letter home and notified parents via email what we know, and what our understanding is that the College Board will be sending those parents letters home next week. They will also be giving us our official letter sometime, we expect next week, with some resolutions which is determined by the College Board. They could not share that with us at this time, but we will be getting copies of that. So we are still going to work persistently and be relentless with both UPS and the College Board to determine this. We did everything we had to do. We've had the tracking, and we're extremely upset from the district's point of view, especially for our students here. It's very troubling, very disappointing, and been very frustrating. So we promise to continue to do that work and try to see what we can do in order to help resolve that issue. So sorry to add on that there, but I want to make sure that everybody is smart.
And I just would like to add very briefly that I would like to thank Dr. Rulin and especially Mr. Gilmartin when I tell you that he was out of the country and he was in Disney with his family in California, and he would keep me apprised every single solitary day. He was relentless when Dr. Rulin uses that word in trying to determine where it was. We felt like we were stymied every which way we turned in trying to get information. So we share everyone's frustration, but I can assure you that we are, going to stay on top of this, as Dr. Rulin pointed out, and continue to see what we can do to advocate for our students.
Thank you.
Dr. Rulin, during history, has this ever happened before the College Board? We know how they resolved it.
Not for us.
Not for us, I know.
It apparently happens a lot more than I would have thought. They have a whole system in place for this. The reason why they couldn't tell us what some of those resolutions would be is they have informed us that each situation is different, and so that they try to, manage a resolution that would best fit whatever that situation was. Typically, I will say, it is usually the district's fault. In this case, it's not. We have the tracking, we have all the, I shared things with the board that you've seen that we've had it, that they have, UPS has notified that they have lost the box of exams. Now, the difficulty was that we are not their client, UPS's client. College Board is, and so that's why it was so difficult to try to find someone.
And this is the really unfortunate part of the situation is the district became aware of this, of course, in early July, which is when the scores are posted. So once the students didn't get their scores, they started to call, some called College Board and many called the district. So we started working on it and we were informed, misled by UPS, that's a nice word. Well, we'll get to College Board. We were misled by UPS and then saying that they had sign-offs from College Board that they had delivered. What they didn't say was that they only had sign-offs for 3 of the 4 boxes. So where this got compounded was that College Board, in essence, covered for UPS for a good, I guess, about 5 weeks. And still continues, really. So, you know, and 5 weeks ago, I would say that an acceptable solution had been found for the students. And by now, of course, for the seniors, you know,
those of you don't know, those tests are used maybe to gain college credit, and they pay for those credits, or hope to. They can save money that way in their college tuition. So there are a couple different ramifications that are kind of, they don't really have a recourse now. Putting all that work into a course such as AP, taking the exam, and then not being able to actually see what you've achieved on the exam is unfortunate.
Just one further note, the students, when they did not receive their scores initially back in July, many of them received the code 89 as a response from the AP. And AP uses that code and a couple of others for a wide variety of reasons. It could be a misadministration, it could be that the child wrote in the booklet in a place that they shouldn't have, and they're just doing an investigation to ensure that there was nothing wrong. It could mean cheating. It could mean any one of myriad things. They use that code very, very broadly and generally. And in our case, they used it because there was no test received by AP. But unfortunately, when you see that, people Google or they go on Facebook or they tweet and they try to determine, well, why would my child get that code? And when we take information from social media that might not be real news, not the most accurate information is always presented. So I think that there were some cases where some people were jumping to conclusions about what the reasoning was for this particular circumstance. And in fact, as you heard here tonight, ultimately UPS lost one of our boxes. So we're still hopeful that maybe it will show up. College Board has assured us if it does, they will score the test. But next week, AP will be sending out a letter to all of the students that are affected. But we wanted to get a jump on it and let people know what was going on. Okay.
All right. Mr. McGinnis will report on the meeting of the Finance Committee.
Thank you. The committee met this evening, 7:30 in District Office. Committee members present were myself, Scott Brady and Walter Schwab, other board members in attendance, Steve Yella and Kevin O'Connor, administrators present, meeting commenced at 7:30. We reviewed the financial reports, the treasurer's report for the month of May. We reviewed the payroll summary report for the month of May and the financial statements for the month of May. They were all accepted by the committee. We went through the internal claims audit report, as well as the system manager audit trail report for June and July, where there were no changes. We reviewed the payroll certification for the payroll periods June 2nd, June 16th, June 23rd, June 30th, July 7th, July 14th, and July 28th in the order. The warrants were sent to the committee and reviewed. We also discussed and reviewed several board agenda items, including the approval or the acceptance of the budget transfers for presentation to the board tonight. The approval of some surplus items, science textbooks and materials for the high school in Bayview, calculators for the high school, world language textbooks for each, English language arts textbooks for each, and a GMC van in 2001 that is not operational. We received several donations that were presented for Beach Street Middle School, box tops for education, $501.30. and Ahold Financial for $1,872.45. Bayview received from Ahold Financial $1,358.58, and Manitowoc $968.75. We discussed several 2017-2018 contracts, which will be presented to the board tonight, as well as approved resolutions for the 2017-18 tax levy, which was consistent with what was presented, and the 2017-2018 income eligibility guidelines for free and reduced lunch. Also discussed were borrowings that were done recently. The TAN borrowing tax anticipation note in the amount of $20 million at a rate of 1.0819%, which is below budget. This is used to fund cash flow throughout the school year until we get our aid and taxes in. And the BAN, the bond anticipation note of 1.13% for $13 million to cover the cost of the bond work until we are able to actually vote the committee. The meeting ended at 7:45 p.m.
Mr. Rosso will discuss policy.
Okay, we have one policy to discuss this week is the second reading for policy number 7110, which is our attendance policy. Some of you may recall last year, this was a hot topic for us. We discussed it all year and listened and heard community members' concerns regarding our revised attendance policy, which was revised by committee and teachers and faculty and administration and with the goal of increasing our attendance in all of our schools, which certainly did happen as a result of the policy, except for one of the flaws of that policy was felt that there were some penalties levied upon students that that were unfair at the end of the day. So some of the policy has been changed. We've taken out students missing school due to an unexcused absence will not be permitted to make up classroom work, quizzes, or tests for credit. So that's the piece that we felt was a little bit too severe. And it has been replaced with students missing school due to an unexcused absence will receive a great penalty for classwork, quizzes, and or tests that are made up. So they will not be able to receive full credit for the work that they've missed if it's an unexcused absence, but they will be able to make up the work and receive some kind of partial credit. Did I explain that appropriately? Yeah. Okay. So tonight is the second reading of that policy. Unless they don't do it, then they get to figure out. And so we would like to take a motion to adopt that policy.
So moved. Second. Discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, financial matters and business items. Mrs. Duffy.
Treasurer's report. The balance in our accounts on April 30th was $44,371,436.71. Balance in our accounts on May 31st was $68,178,300.51. Next item is budget transfers. We have a motion to approve budget transfer number 3394 through number 3413.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
We have 4 donations tonight. The first from Box Tops for Education for Beach Street Middle School in the amount of $501.30. From Ahold Financial Services for Bayview School in the amount of $1,358.15. From Ahold Financial for Manitowoc School in the amount of $968.75. And the fourth from Ahold Financial for Beach Street Middle School in the amount of $1,872.45. May I have a motion to accept the donations?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
We have several contracts. We have 10 listed. I'm going to just list them and then make one motion. For Capital Markets Advisors, Da Vinci Education and Research, Deer Park School District, Developmental Disabilities Institute, DGC Systems Incorporated, Laura Ann Hirschberger, MD, Little Angels Center Incorporated, Long Island Developmental Consulting Incorporated, Long Island Select Healthcare, and with Eastern Suffolk BOCES for a multi-year agreement for 501 connections. I have a motion to accept the contracts.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
We have 5 surplus items. The first is science textbooks and materials, calculators, world language textbooks, English language arts textbooks, and a 2001 GMC van. I have a motion to surplus those items.
Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, 2 resolutions. The first is a resolution to set the tax levy for the 2017-18 school year. I have a motion to accept that resolution.
So moved.
Discussion? So just for everyone's knowledge, this is the same as what we had put on the, put up there in the budget. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
I have a motion to accept the resolution for the 17-18 income eligibility guidelines for free and reduced price meals or free milk.
Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Duffy. If anyone's not aware, last night the DEC and the Department of Health held a meeting at the public library regarding the proposed remediation of the Zeus factory contamination. I attended, Mr. Burns attended, Mr. Guinness was there as well. There were several elected officials and, of course, representatives from the DEC as well as the Department of Health. Those who don't know, the Zeus Fastener Company was in business for, I don't know, about 80-something years, I guess, on Union Boulevard, and were contaminating Willits Creek with trivalent chromium and cadmium for apparently many, many years. There was a remediation done some years back, and afterwards the water levels were supposedly all clean. Now they're high again. In short, the DEC is opening up the public comments regarding their remediation plan. In essence, what they're looking to do is remove the contaminated soil and backfill it. At some points, this was a heated conversation. Not everybody agreed with their proposal. Bottom line, though, of course, is members of the public are free to weigh in still for a couple of more weeks, I think, towards the end of August 21st. And we have had a link on our website to the DEC where you can get information on this. I think we took it down, but we will put it back up. So, rather than we tried to give you all the technical details. I would just suggest that you go on the website, go on our website, and link to their website. And then, feel free, of course, to be heard on the subject. It is a serious thing, certainly for the people around Willits Creek. It borders some of our property, the district's property, and really runs all the way down to Lake Creek. Yeah, I don't eat the fish. They have warnings against how many fish you can eat, and if you're growing vegetables bordering contamination, they say you're okay if you wash the vegetables. I wouldn't eat the tomatoes or the fish. Mrs. Burns?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Geller. Well, we do not have our building and grounds committee meeting until Tuesday evening, but I did have an opportunity to tour some of the construction work that's been going on around the district. Despite the weather, and the weather has been a hindrance, in some cases we are making some good progress. The board will receive, or did receive today, the update, color representation of how much of the roof has been done. Those areas that have been done, they're moving forward now pretty well. I don't know what tomorrow will bring otherwise, but they are moving forward quite nicely. I did have an opportunity to check out the pool area. The line has been in, they're filling it up, so that will be a slow process. They need to take a number of other steps to make sure that it's heated properly and chlorinated properly and all of those things, but we are moving along quite nicely. So we think we'll be ready to go for school opening in that regard. Paul J. Blue, they are preparing to lay the maple floor. We did have a little hiccup because the current divider in the balloon gym is a little bit too low to allow it to glide over the floor, which is raised a little bit higher than the previous floor. So we're looking at options as to how we continue to appropriately be able to close that door at Blue. Baby floor is completed. They're in the process of putting down the polyurethane, and it looks spectacular. So I think everybody will be very, very pleased with how those new gym floors look. They will start to work on the gym windows probably, I was going to say towards the end of the month, but we're getting towards the end of the month. So if not the last week of August, early September, but we will have functioning windows in all of our gymnasiums as well. And finally, they've moved all of the weight equipment back to the weight room at the high school. Our football strengthening program had ended last week, so we have not been actively working in that regard this week, but the weight room was put back to what it needed to be, and they are now tearing down the ceiling in the full cafeteria in order to replace the lights and the ceiling tiles there. They have the old blind ceiling in that area. And the auditorium in Blue comes along, it's so stark, from your own homes when something is ripped apart and you start to put it back together, it's a little bit jarring, but all of a sudden, you just turn the corner and you can see the difference in a matter of just 2 weeks now that the sheetrock is all up and they're starting to install the ceilings. So we're really very excited about the progress, and we talk about the limited time left. I think somebody said earlier today there's something like 368 hours or something before we open school, but we are moving along and we've made a lot of progress, so we're very pleased with it's dead on. And finally, I just want to let everyone know, Mrs. Silowitz, our Director of Instructional Technology, did send out a school messenger earlier this evening, and it's been posted on our district website, but we're doing some server maintenance this weekend. It's been a very tricky thing to navigate when to take those servers down. The website will be down, the email will be down, because certainly we've had other responsibilities within the district as far as being able to access those websites for a variety of reporting reasons, whether it be state ed or other things going on within the district. But the website will be down and the email will be down tomorrow about 3 o'clock in the afternoon until Monday morning. There's a possibility we may be completed earlier, but it is not likely. But we did want to let you know, we know that supply lists at this time of year are a hot topic. So we have put together a link that you will be able to access, and that was in the school messenger email that you received earlier this evening. If you need to access those supply lists, you should be able to get to them. And other than that, we should be ready to hit the ground running on Monday morning. Sure. Okay, yep, first day of school for our teachers and staff is Wednesday, August 30th. We will run 2 superintendent's conference days on Wednesday and Thursday, and then our students return to school on Tuesday, September 5th. So we're anxious, but we're also very excited to move forward to that.
Thank you, Mrs. Burns. Any other items, board members' information? Okay. Mrs. Artuson.
So the attendance policy, who's going to determine what partial credit, like is it going to be something uniform through the district? Because I feel like that's one of the issues with the first attendance policy. One teacher does one thing, another does another, one building does this, and that's probably more of the problem than the policy itself, because it's, you have multiple kids in different buildings or even different classes, and one teacher's saying one thing or a friend's in another class and something different. So who's determining what the partial credit is or what the penalty is, the amount, things like that, by grade?
So the attendance committee made some recommendations about how that would look, and what we've done is we've actually created a chart that teachers will be receiving. The first day of school, so we'll be going over that. And that was really the concern of the committee too, when you talked about consistency. But basically, like the grading penalty is, first was going to be something more of like points off, but then we thought a percentage of that. So we created a chart so that everyone will have that, be easily accessible or in our Google environment. It'll be about 75% of the grade, so it'll be easily transferred, so everyone will know exactly what that grade should be based on if it's an unexcused absence. There are some things I just want to reiterate that, obviously if work is not made up and there's an opportunity to do so, you're not going to get credit for something you didn't do. So that's a piece as well as there are some things that just can't be made up. If it's a Socratic seminar or if there's some kind of cooperative group work that's been going on and it's being done that you need all the members on there. So those type of things that will have to kind of be more of a, you're just thinking about common sense about what will work. So that's how we're going to be handling that so that it doesn't seem as harsh as it did previously.
So, and then one other thing about that attendance policy was, okay, no unexcused absences in the school days. Then on 2 of the breaks, probably more than maybe the Christmas break, but I'm not really aware of that personally, certain sports overlap on breaks. Meaning, if you're on a JV or varsity team, especially, you would need on February break to be present for cheerleading or maybe another sport, I'm not sure. April break is lacrosse and maybe another sport. So my question is, maybe you can look at that area so that at least the kids are not responsible, the families, parents are not responsible to have their kids present on the actual school break. Because you actually jeopardize yourself on that team if you're not there.
I'm not sure I understand.
Like the cheerleaders go to certain things in February, right? They get it, yeah.
If I get you right, you're saying if a student goes with a team to an event and is absent from school.
No, if you go on your family vacation on February break or April break, but you're on one of those teams, like there's some kids are going away, say for senior trip, okay? They do their own little senior trip, school doesn't do it, February break. If you go on that senior trip, you cannot be on the varsity, you can't be part of the same time.
I do now, yes. So that is part of, so I think I understand what you're saying. And I know that has become more and more of an issue for some of our teams. And I think that the coaches have made it really, I don't want to say a prerequisite because I think that's a strong word, but when you make an obligation to a team, if part of the obligation is being there for a tournament or for a practice or whatever the case may be, I know in my own family, people have sacrificed many trips when their kids are in high school.
100%, but now the school district is enforcing this attendance policy second year in a row, no unexcused absences, right? You really,
But we do not enforce, so we do enforce, we expect kids to be in school, and if they're not in school for instruction, then there would be an accountability as far as performing in extracurricular activities.
Okay, got it.
But however, if kids don't show up for their cross game or during April break or something like that, that's not something that we are enforcing from this attendance perspective.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but it is a high school sport. It's not a KL sport. Shouldn't the school district say, okay, well, we're restricting people, they cannot leave during the actual school days. This is their assigned grade. Now the coaches are saying you can't be absent during
because it's a privilege to be a part of a team. It's state law to be part of a classroom. It's a privilege.
So a privilege.
Yeah. I mean, for example, softball finals are always during spring break, and you cannot go away on spring break if you're on varsity softball because your team is playing in finals. So that's just being part of the team.
Right, yeah, no, I understand that. But I also think there's also family time and it's also other important things.
Of course, but
And if you're just putting that pressure all year long, every break there's a reason not to leave. When are you going anywhere? Some people just can't leave in the summer. It's not, everybody can't do that. So I'm just saying, there's other parts of the sentence maybe you could just think about going forward.
That has nothing to do with this attendance policy.
I know, but because you're enforcing this sentence.
That has nothing to do with this.
I think the only thing I can say about all that, about that, Mrs. I have left Pennsylvania at 4 in the morning the day after Thanksgiving to get home from basketball practice. It's a child's choice to be on the team or not. I mean, so of course the coaches should make it clear what's expected, which days are expected, and the child and their family can decide not to participate.
I only know because I hear this other people, but when my daughter's going in Transcript, if I were to book a trip right now for February or April, I wouldn't know what the coaches expected for them. I only know that because I'm always the
They don't even know if your daughter's on the team.
Right, but she's in the process. She's been doing open cheers. I know my daughter's most likely going to make JV. She's been doing cheer my all the time. My point is, that's what I'm talking about.
But you already do know that is.
I know, not everybody knows that, but they can book a trip, is what I'm saying. I do know that.
Not necessarily on vacation. Not.
Well, there are people that are. It's not your school
This
district.
board is not.
Just curious about the missing tasks. I understand time has passed, but did they go through the log of the boxes that were, because this happened to me personally in June with something, and I was told the whole day, there's no way you're gonna, a lot of this pushed around. By the next day, I had my box, because I went to every manager, everything, it was very expensive to get them shipped. I mean, the way how I got them is they went to see how many boxes were scanned from that location on the truck. They have a pretty good system. Sometimes they say they lost it because they gave it 2 boxes to one person, which is exactly what happened in my case. And I was explaining, I'm just curious, did they go through the logs specifically?
They have gone through the logs. Again, the frustration is that UPS doesn't really talk to us as the school district. They talk to College Board. And we finally got the tracking number. We have it. We saw, we know that. We know it was in Farmingdale. They have it scanned. We have documentation about those pieces.
To leave from Farmingdale?
And they've accounted for 3 of the 4 boxes that went mentioned.
In the same shipment. And what we talked about the frustration is initially, in speaking with the College Board, they did not confirm to us that they did not even receive the assessments, the tests. They just kept on saying, we guarantee scores by September 1st, because so that don't worry, be patient. Oh, statistics, we haven't gotten through them yet. That'll be next week. But all those kind of things. So, that's where we were like, we didn't think it was anything even to go to be with UPS until we found out. So they are investigating it. College Board has put in their claim, supposedly, whatever that means with UPS. But we have reached out to UPS and we have spoken to a number of people. We keep on going and going and going until we have is that they assured us that they will personally take a look at it. We have all these people out there supposedly looking for it. Again, we keep on talking about this and it's so frustrating. How can you have something that's scanned? They know where we have all this stuff we're working with it, where is it? So we will just keep on being relentless with that, and I think that's the best that we can do so they don't forget about us.
Last thing, there's a lot of people reporting problems with rats and rodents in West Islip. Are you having any issues in any buildings?
Not to my knowledge, no one has reported a rat. Yeah, down in my parents, up near my parents.
Really?
And as far as the roaches in the high school, is there anything over the summer at this time?
Well, we've been maintaining our regular protocol for that, but there has been so much work over the summer in all different areas of the building. We knew that we were going to unsettle them up front. I think we had shared that with people. But Mr. Bossi will be back from vacation on Monday, and I know that that is one of his priorities. I have not personally, I've been up to the high school a few times. I have not personally observed anything, but I'm not naive either. So we continue to, keep our eyes out.
Okay, and then let's say, what is going on with the school schedule? It's like the kids' schedule. When are they getting it? What's the plan?
It's different because about where we can put our counselors, but on Monday, August 21st, it's funny, August 21st, elementary schedules will be opened up in Cornell and now. Tuesday, middle school will be on the 22nd for middle schools. Elementary will be staggered just in case there's, any issues because previous history and previous districts where I've been, sometimes when everybody goes on the portal at the same time, it kind of crashes or slows it down. So we're going to stagger the elementary on Monday. Tuesday will be the middle school, and then the following Monday will be the high school because we'll have our guidance counselors in place there.
Okay, so you're staggering that. Are you letting people know that? Like, just so they know they're not all going crazy, it's not us.
The building principals with their welcome back letters, it's supposed to be in there. So I know that they
Well, I don't
language
know
for
that
that.
anymore.
Oh, okay. So I gave language to the middle school and the elementary principals, or we developed language, I should say. We developed language in there to make sure that that was in there. Letters to let parents know that.
Okay.
And then also to let us know if you didn't have access to the portal for any reason, or how to access the portal.
Thank you, Ms. Hutchinson. Okay, I hope I got this right. Denise DeRoda.
Yes, hi. Excuse me if I speak out of sorts. This is the first time I am attending a meeting.
Spoke up a little bit, we're having a hard time.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. This is the first time I am attending a meeting. I do want to first say thank you very much. You did say something regarding the literacy program for the 6th graders. I know my son was in that and he took it, and I thank you very much for offering that to our students. I'm here today actually because I do have a concern, and there are many community members that do have concerns regarding the transportation. I know the transition into the middle school is very difficult for the kids. However, it is, the elementary when I grew up here was K through 6. Now you have 6th graders going into middle school, and all the parents are very nervous and concerned about them walking to the middle school for 11-year-olds. I have spoken to several parents in the area, and many are trying to get carpools together. So I am asking to see if we could review that policy for the transportation, so I could find out more information of when it was approved, the last time it was approved and voted on and looked at. I believe that it is an older policy, so I would like to see if it could be updated. There are many concerns. I did call the transportation department today, and they basically told me how my son should walk to the school. We live on Tanglewood, which is south of Keith Lane. So he would have to cross over Keith Lane, which is a very busy road now. It's, in the 80s it wasn't, 70s it wasn't. Now cars speed, there's no crossing guards. I am concerned with how many, the population has room with the children on that side of the community as well. So I was hoping that all that entailed could be reviewed again and looked at, because I believe that 1 or 2 buses in that area would ease concerns of the parents and help the transportation as well for the kids to get to school. We are also concerned about with the bridge over there for the high school, for the middle school, because that's how I was told that my son should be able to go walk to school the shortest distance. So it would be, he would walk over to the school, and the entrance is in the front of the school, so that there are no other doors that in the beginning of the school district.
You're speaking of Beach Street.
Beach Street, yes, I am speaking of the school. And I am concerned regarding the creek that does go through, that if there is going to be work there, and that is going to be closed down, or have workers there with the children walking back, and that being their main access to the school. And that's how it is being calculated, as from what I was told.
It's calculated through the field?
That's how I was told that it was calculated, to cross from my block, going in and out of the blocks, crossing Keith Lane, up to the bridge, and then walking, and basically that's a mile. However, I was also made aware today that not only from the bridge,
walk around the building.
They have to walk all the way to the building, into the front main entrance of the building where all the students enter in the beginning of the school day.
So it's not calculated from your door to the door or the
No, it's not.
the front school?
Correct.
It's calculated from your driveway
To
the property
the,
line?
yep, to the property line. And my concern with that is, once my son is on the property line, over the bridge, or on the bridge, I don't even know if that's considered the property, bridge, who is there to make sure those students, if all of that community area is being advised that that is the main location to attend the school and walk to the school, who is responsible from them to make sure all the kids get directly into...
Do you know what that is for you personally, what that comes down to?
I'm sorry?
For you personally, do you know what that distance is, just
Your
from
door.
your door?
If I walked, if I
If you walked
did
away,
this...
it's telling you to walk.
No, I did not walk
You
it.
don't know what that distance is?
No, because I would have to go all the way around the building. I don't
You
know.
know that if you drove it with your car, it would...
If I drove my car, it would only take me to the bridge. But if I drove my car the main road all the way up to Tanglewood,
Right.
that's 1.4 miles. Only not even down the block to go to past Stop and Shop. So it's a little longer, it's 1.45 if I would take a car. So I was hoping that this policy could be reviewed and hopefully,
Okay,
you know,
I'm just going to make a comment that it's not a policy.
okay,
The state sets distances for walkers and riders,
okay,
and each district has the opportunity to put out a public vote to change those distances.
okay.
And West Islip, many years ago, did put out a vote to the public to reduce those distances that the state sets. So to change the walker-rider distances, there would need to be a public vote.
Okay, and how would we go about that?
Would need to be a petition, and then it would need to be on the same time as the budget vote, which would be May.
Mrs. Duffy, when was that, the last vote on transportation?
I would have to look that up, but it was quite some time ago.
It was.
Okay, so the state,
We did the reverse. We tried to make the distances greater to reduce costs.
And then they voted it down. You just said no.
who's that?
Because there was a cost factor associated with adding buses onto the lines, and that's why it has to go to public vote.
Okay,
When we were having some budget issues here at the school district a couple of years ago, we put out a referendum to increase the mileage, and the community said, no, we'll leave the buses alone. So they voted, no, that's where we want our dollars to be spent, so nothing was changed. So that was the last time we looked at transportation.
okay, so now that the budget is doing better and it has, you know, I mean, it does pass, it increases, people voted up to help the community and we are getting things back. Is there a possibility that we can put that out for the public prior to May? Because that, I mean, May is halfway through the year.
I don't think that you can do it before May.
I'm sorry?
I don't think that you have the ability to do that. Now, because you need a petition, you need, and then notice, and you have to vote a machine, put on the budget for it.
We don't do a referendum alone. We would do a referendum at the same time as the budget vote in May.
So there's no vote prior to the May vote?
No.
So if I do get a petition, because I do have many families who do want this done, where would I go from there? I would come to the next meeting and present that to you?
Yes.
Okay.
I just have another follow-up question to the point of how the distance is calculated for folks from their houses to the distance to the school. Is that our policy? Is that state policy? That's state policy?
Regulation.
And what does that regulation say?
It is the distance from the residence driveway to the closest entrance to the school property. Right. So, residents that live near that bridge, that is the distance longer from getting their driveway to the edge of that property.
And to the point of the remediation of the property, the tree back on, be affected that actually at some point?
I would have to check with Mr. Long, who is the project manager from the DEC, but my understanding is that particular area has been addressed, and it's the area where the softball field is, closer to the creek proper, that they're going to be remediating by excavating and replacing whatever they need.
Okay, however, even though if they're not doing construction at the bridge per se, will that area be affected by machinery, equipment, work, and we know the really important things.
So I spoke to him last night about that, and then I sent him an email this morning to confirm that before they decide on any work and any timetable, they would involve the district in those conversations, so we can let them know what would be good and not so good times for them to be on our property. I mean, we provided access this year when they installed the fence and cleared out the culvert and things like that. But I did make it very clear that we did not expect any work to be done when the school was in session, and particularly when our athletics teams were using the facilities there. And so he was very, very accommodating in that.
Sure, but I think that this goes beyond that, impacting our athletic season, because it's a passageway for us to walk on. So in essence, they could not do any work from September 6th through June 21st.
And if they needed to, then I think that we need to be realistic enough that we're going to need to make some accommodations to do that. But they are quite a ways away from what I heard last night from making any, they have to go through a whole process here before they can consider what they're going to do.
I didn't get the idea that anything was going to happen before next summer. So,
One of the things you said about the security, there's no security there for the kids.
So actually, the security guard from Beach Street does rotate through there typically. Lately, I know toward the end of the year in the afternoon, he was out or she was out with the traffic. But Mr. O'Farrell is out there, either he or the assistant principal, Mrs. Fulton, and sometimes both are out there at the bridge in the afternoon to make sure, and we'll look in the morning and see what we can do, but to make sure that, the kids are mobilizing across that bridge appropriately. But the morning is a little bit trickier because we have people coming in early for music. The drop-off time is spread out a little bit more than kids actually leave in the afternoon. But I will have a conversation with Mr. O'Farrell when he gets back from vacation and see what we can do to make sure the area is not.
Oh, I do have one other question. I just wanted to look at one thing first. I was just reading the state mandated transportation policy, and it says that the law provides the student who lives less than mileage limitations specified below as previously adopted by the qualified voters. The school district will provide bus transportation for students who live in the district who attend or public or non-public, and it does go about saying that students in the 6th grade through 8th who live 1 mile or more from school. It does not really specify at all who states where the transportation would start and end. It doesn't say to the closest point of where the child lives to the school, to the property of the school. I would like to see if we could look at something like that, because I am.
That's not something we said. That's something that the state.
I don't see that on the state policy. I see the breakdown of the miles. I do not see from the closest. I mean, the closest property border. Correct.
Stuff you just explained to us, which is your driveway to the nearest entrance.
Mr. Bowles.
Well, that's not really an entrance to the school. The bridge is not an entrance to a school.
Mr. Bowles.
That's my point.
Mileage limits are established by the statute. That's what Ms. Duffy is referencing and what you're referencing in terms of the mileage limit. The Commissioner over the years has established through decisions, cases as to what the district's approach needs to be in calculating the distances and determining who does and who does not qualify. So there is a 30-year history of Commissioner's decisions that provide guidance to you as to how those decisions must be made.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I guess on that statement then, if that's, if I do have to wait until May, can it be at least looked at for the safety of the children? I mean, are no crossing guards on that busy road of Keith Lane for some mapping out of where the children's safety should be to walk with other students, like guidelines for them, because they are only 11 years old.
Where are you requesting, because we can have a conversation with the 3rd precinct, they provide us with crossing guards. So I can ask my assistant on Monday to give her a call. They've traditionally been very accommodating, and they will do a traffic study, and then they will let us know if it's warranted. So what intersection, you're talking about Heath and what?
Heath Lane, it goes from Montauk to Union. Yep, people go right.
But when you ask for a crossing guard, they're going to be at an intersection. They're not going to patrol the whole block.
Okay, there is a park there, I would say from one left side, if they can, a left side and to the right side.
The street is Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan.
Okay, so we will reach out to them.
Thank you.
And ask them to look at that. I can't promise anything because sometimes it doesn't go our way, but we will certainly make that recommendation.
Thank you very much.
I have a motion to adjourn to executive session where we will discuss personnel, negotiations, and litigation. If a vote on any issue is required after executive session, we will return to public session for the vote, which will take place in the district office boardroom. Members of the public are welcome to be present for the vote, as always. Second. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, I agree with those kids.